touching just about every aspect of American life, from social issues to national security issues to the death penalty to crime. Just the legacy of Justice Kennedy for us, please.
Sure. Well, Justice Kennedy's legacy has a lot of conservative votes. For example, in 14 5-4 decisions this term, he voted with the conservatives and didn't have a single one with the left. But on the other hand, he was the fifth vote that preserved affirmative action, abortion rights in a significant way, in not allowing Roe to be cut way back, a lot of issues related to the death penalty. He probably was important to not having a big expansion of the Second Amendment gun rights. So you could definitely see now the potential for the Supreme Court to take a significant step to the right, and one that lasts, the 25 or 30 years that a new appointee would stay on the court.
Harry Lippman, you clerked for Justice Kennedy. Let me ask you if you have any insight into why today. Obviously, a lot of people who disagreed with the travel ban are still reeling from yesterday's decision, and today's announcement from Justice Kennedy comes as sort of a second blow to the gut.
Yeah, to say the least. Nicole, I take him at his word. I saw him not long ago. I know he's healthy. I know he's still enjoying the work, but he's quite a family man. And I think it really was a joint decision, but ultimately his to, spend time with his family and have quality years. It can't have been a coincidence, or it can't have been something he didn't think about, that this would be in the middle of the Trump years. And as a sort of lifelong Republican, he must have felt that degree of comfort with where he was leaving the court. But I think it really was based on personal issues.
Tom, let me ask you about something I picked up from a source close to the court who suggested that Neil Gorsuch is operating in close communication with this White House, and that isn't necessarily unethical, but it gives some unease to some of his colleagues. Do you think that the Gorsuch selection and his conduct there will shape or color the way this debate goes down about Donald Trump's next pick?
Well, I haven't heard any discussion about that kind of from people inside the Supreme Court, that there had been those communications. It would be very unusual. We haven't seen that sort of thing in many decades. The justices have tried to stay away from the White House, keep everything separate, because so many cases can come from the administration, like the travel ban. In terms of how people perceive the Gorsuch confirmation, I think what they see is just this president is prepared to go with a list that has been curated, as Rachel suggested, by conservative organizations, and you're going to get somebody like him who can be even more conservative than Justice Scalia was, for example. So I think you're going to, everyone knows what's coming, rather than there being any prospect of there being a nominee who might be in the center.